Hello and good morning to everyone. So our today's lead code question is 3559, that is number of ways to assign edges, weights and part 2. So basically in this question we are given an undirected tree having n nodes labeled from 1 to n, and the root node of the tree is 1, right? And the tree is basically represented with the help of a 2D integer array edges that having length n minus 1. That means we have n minus 1 edges in the tree, and edge of I will denotes two nodes ui and vi. So this means that there is an edge between the node ui and vi, and it is given that initially all the edges have a edge weight of 0, and then what we need to do is we need to assign all the edge a weight of either 1 or 2, right? So these are the weights that we can assign, right? And it is given the cost of a path between any two nodes u and v. Suppose there are two nodes u and v, then the cost of this path is basically the sum of all the edge weights, right? So suppose this edge has a weight a, b and c, then the cost is basically a plus b plus c, right? So we are given a 2D integer array queries, right? And each query has two nodes ui and vi. Now what we need to do is we need to determine the number of ways by which we can assign weights to edges in the path ui to vi, such that the total cost of the path ui comma vi is odd, right? So we need to do this thing like, and at the end what we need to do is we need to return an array answers where answer of I store the number of ways by which we can assign the weights such that the cost of the path ui comma vi should be odd, right? And it is given that the answer can be large, so we have to return answer of I modulo 10 ki power 9 plus 7, right? So this is a question statement. So let's see an example to get the question more clearly. So we are given this tree, right? And now first query u and v. U is 1, v is 4. So we can see u is 1 and v is 4. So basically this path that is 1 to 1 to 3, 3 to 4. So the number of edges that we have two edges. So how we can assign the mates? Either 1 1, 1 2, 2 1, 2 2. So these are the four possibilities in which we can then assign them weights. So if you see, this is even sum, this is odd and this is even. So how many of the possibilities has odd sum? So out of 4, 2 possibilities has odd sum. So the answer for this query is 2, right? In two ways we can assign the weights such that the cost of this path is odd. Then the next path is 3 to 4. 3 to 4, basically this thing 3 to 4, right? This. So either we can assign 1 or we can assign 2, but 2 is even, so we only have one option, that is we assign the as weight as 1. So for this query we have only one option. Then next is 2 to 5. So for 2 to 5, then 2 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 5. So basically this is the whole path. So here we have three edges. So here we can assign 1 or 2. Here also we can assign 1 or 2. Here also we can assign 1 or 2. So if you see all the possibilities, 1 1 1, 1 1 2, 1 2 1, 1 2 2, 2 1 1, 2 1 2, 2 2 1, 2 2 2. So basically these are the eight possibilities in which we can assign the path, we can assign edge weights to the path. And now out of these eight possibilities, we want those possibilities in which the sum is odd. So here sum is odd, here sum is even, here sum is odd, here also sum is odd, here also sum is odd. So out of eight possibilities, four possibilities has odd weight, odd sum. So our answer is 4, right? So we get our answer, that is 2 1 and 4, right? So this is how we'll be solving this question. So if you see the constraints, so n, which is the total number of nodes, that can be up to 10 ki power 5. And as we know, there is a tree, so we'll be having n minus 1 edges, right? So edges dot length is n minus 1, and the queries dot length can be up to 10 ki power 5. So we have to answer 10 ki power 5 queries, right? And each query has two nodes. Those nodes can also take values up to 10 ki power 5, and all the edges will represent a valid tree, right? So let's move to the approach part. So let's say we have two nodes u and v, and in between those two nodes they have k edges. Now for each edge we can either put edge weight as 1 or put edge weight as 2. So if we put, so for k edges the total possibilities will be 2 ki power k, right? So if two nodes have k edges in between them, then the total possibilities in which we can put the weight either 1 or 2 is 2 ki power k, right? So this is the first thing. So if we take the example, if you have k is equal to 3, then these are the all possibilities in which we can put the weights. So we have 2 ki power k means 2 ki power 3, that is 8 possibilities. And now out of these 8 possibilities, if we see, 4 have sum, 4 is having odd sum, and 4 is having even sum, right? So so out of 2 ki power k possibilities, half has odd sum. And as we know, in the question we are given that we only want that path that is having odd cost. So how many are having odd? That is 2 ki power k total by 2, right? So it will be 2 ki power k minus 1. So if we have k edges between two nodes u and v, then we have 2 ki power k minus 1 possibilities in which we can put the edge weights 1 and 2. Then the cost of the path will be odd, right? So this is one thing. So so we get 2 ki power k minus 1 possibilities when we have k edges between the two nodes. So now if we see, earlier what we need to do is, earlier we need to assign the weights either 1 or 2. But now if we see, basically what we need the number of edges between two nodes. That is now what we want, right? So if we get the number of edges between two nodes u and v, then we get our answer, right? So let's say if k is the number of edges between u and v, then our answer is 0 if k is equal to 0, or our answer is 2 ki power k minus 1 if k is greater than 0, right? So now we need to find the number of edges between two nodes u and v. Now that's our goal, or we can say we need to find the path length, right? So how will we finding distance between two nodes, right? So suppose we have this tree, right? So the depth of node 1 is 0. These two nodes have depth 1, these two nodes have depth 2, right? So suppose we have taken two nodes u is equal to 2 and v is equal to 5. U is equal to 2 and v is equal to 5. So these are the two nodes. The path is 2, 1, 3, 5. So how many edges we have here in between 2 and 5? So we have three edges between 2 and 5, right? So if we know the lowest common ancestor, so which is the lowest common ancestor of 2 and 5? So 1 is the lowest common ancestor of 2 and 5. And we know the depth of 2 is 1, depth of 2 is 1, depth of 5 is 2, depth of 5 is 2, and depth of 1 is 0. So if we do depth of u plus depth of v minus 2 times depth of common node, that is 0, then also we are getting our answer 3, right? Then also we are getting our answer 3, right? So if L is the lowest common ancestor of the nodes u and v, then our distance between u and v, or the number of edges between u and v, is depth of u plus depth of v minus 2 into depth of the common ancestor, right? So let's see an example. So suppose here depth of 1 is 0, depth of 2 is 1, depth of 3 is 1, depth of 4 is 2, depth of 5 is 2. Now if you take 2 and 5, and as we know between 2 and 5 we have 3 edges, so depth of 2 is 1, depth of 5 is 2, and minus 2 into lowest common ancestor, that is 1, and depth of 1 is 0. So we get how many edges between 2 and 5, that is 3. So we get 3 as the answer. Now take another example. Suppose if u is equal to 4 and v is equal to 5, so depth of u is 2, depth of v is 2, and u and v has the lowest common ancestor as 3. So 2 plus 2 minus 2 into the depth of 3 is 1, right? So 4 minus 2 is 2. So the number of edges between 4 and 5 is 2, is 2, right? So if we see, so depth is basically giving the number of edges from the root node, right? So depth of 4 gives the number of edges from root to 4, and 5, and the, so depth of u is basically the number of edges from 1 to 4, and depth of 5 is the number of edges from 1 to 5, right? So depth of u plus v is basically 1 to u, number of edges from 1 to u, plus number of edges from 1 to v. And now there is one common ancestor, so depth of common ancestor is number of edges from 1 to common ancestor, right? So if we have to find number of edges from u to v, then here what we are doing is we are taking number of edges from 1 to u plus 1 to v. Now if we see, we only need between u and v, but we are getting from 1 to u and 1 to v. So if there is one point that is common ancestor, so we have u, we have v. So what we want from common ancestor to u and common ancestor to v, that is what we want, but we are getting from 1 to u and 1 to v. So if we subtract the edges from 1 to common ancestor, then we get from common ancestor to u and common ancestor to v. So what we do is, that's why we are subtracting minus 2 into depth of common ancestor, which is the number of edges from 1 to common ancestor, right? So that's why the formula that is distance of u comma v is basically depth of u plus depth of v minus 2 into depth of l will be valid, right? Now next thing what we need to find is, so we know to find distance we need the common ancestor. So next we'll see how will we finding the common ancestor of two nodes, right? So now to find the common ancestor or least common ancestor, what we'll be doing is we'll be using binary lifting. And to use binary lifting, we build a 2D array up of node comma j. So what does this means? This will store the 2 की power jth ancestor, 2 की power jth ancestor of this node, right? Of node, right? That means suppose, so I'll explain you this with the help of an example. What is this up of node comma j? So once again, up of node and j is basically, it will store the 2 की power jth ancestor, 2 की power jth ancestor of node. So if up of, if you have up of 5 comma 2, so this will store, so 2 की power 2, that is 4. So this will store the fourth ancestor of 5, fourth ancestor fourth ancestor of 5, right? So we will build this 2D array up of node comma j. Now we have taken an example. So we have a tree 1 2 3 4 5, right? So for node 5, if we have j is equal to 0, that means 2 की power 0 is 1. So what we want the first ancestor. So first ancestor is the its own parent, which is 4. So up of 5 comma 0 is 4, right? Then if we have j is equal to 1, if you have j is equal to 1, that means 2 की power 1 is 2. So we want the second ancestor. So second ancestor of 5 is basically its grandparent. It's This is parent, this is grandparent. So grandparent means parent, parents parent, parents parent, right? So up of 5 comma 1 is 3, that is parents parent is the second ancestor of 5. Now if you have j is equal to 2, then 2 की power 2 means 4. We want the fourth ancestor. So fourth ancestor of 5 is 1 2 3 4. So 1 is the fourth ancestor of 5. So if we'll see one thing, fourth ancestor of 5 is 1, which is the second ancestor of 3, right? Which is second ancestor of 3. So if we see fourth ancestor of 5 equals second ancestor of 3, and 3 is the second ancestor of 5. So basically what we are doing is we are dividing 4 into powers of 2, that is 2 into 2. So second ancestor of 5 is 3, and second ancestor of 3 is 1, which is fourth ancestor of 5. So from that thing we have one formula, that is up value of node and j. That means 2 की power jth ancestor of node 2 की power jth ancestor of node is equal to 2 की power j minus 1th ancestor of 2 की power j minus 1 ancestor of node. That means so in example, if we have seen fourth ancestor of 5 is basically second ancestor of second ancestor of 5. So second ancestor of 5 is 3. So second ancestor of 3 is 1, which is fourth ancestor of 5, right? So if you have to find jth ancestor of node, then what we do is we take 2 की power j minus 1 ancestor of this node, and this node is already 2 की power j minus 1th ancestor of the node, right? So basically we are splitting the thing, right? That is, if you have to find fourth ancestor of current node, then we get the second ancestor of the current node and then take the second ancestor of that node, right? So this way we are splitting the level, right? So this formula help us to build the up 2D array, right? So once we get the up 2D array, then using that up 2D array, we'll find the lowest common ancestor. Now we'll understand with the help of an example. Suppose we have two nodes, u is equal to 8, v is equal to 3. Now depth of u is 7 and depth of v is 2, right? So we have depth of the two nodes, right? So first thing that we need to do is, so both nodes are at different level, that is 7 level, u is at 7 level and v is at 2 level. So they have level difference in between them. So first thing that we need to do when we find lowest common ancestor is that we make the both nodes at the same level, right? We make them at the same level. So here the difference in the level is, that is 7 minus 2, that is 5. We have a difference of 5. Now if we represent binary of 5, then we get 101. 101 means, right? So that means 4 plus 1, that means we have to uplift uplift our lower node, that is u by 5, u by 5 levels. So up of u comma 2, so it will uplift u by 2 की power 2, 2 की power 2 means 4 levels. So this will uplift u by 4 levels. Then we have to uplift u by one more level, that is up of u comma 0. So 2 की power 0 is 1. So using these up, we have uplifted our node by 5 levels, right? By 5 levels. So now after step 1, both the nodes u and v, they are at same level. Now what we need to do is, now we'll make them move together in the upside until we do not get a common ancestor. So we check that who is the parent, of u and who is the parent of v. If both have the same parent, then we stop at that point. Else what we do is, else we make them move together in the up direction. So we take the 2 की power jth ancestor of u. Now they are at the same level. So suppose they are at the j minus 1th level, right? So we take the jth ancestor of both, and then we check whether if jth ancestor 2 की power jth ancestor of both are equal or not. If they are different, that means we are still. So suppose if this is a lowest common ancestor, that means we are still below the lowest common ancestor. So we need to move in the up direction until we do not get the lowest common ancestor. So we have taken this example. So we have this tree 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, right? Now we need to find the lowest common ancestor of 5 and 6, right? So if we see the depth of 5 is 2, depth of 6 is 2. So now both are at the same level. So we check who is the parent of 5, 2, who is the parent of 6, 3. Are they equal? No, they are not equal. Then we need to move in the up direction. So first j is equal to 0. So we take the immediate parents. So now u becomes 2 and v becomes 3. Now we check who is the parent of 2 and who is the parent of 3. So if you check, both have the same parent of 2 and parent of 3 is 1, right? That is a common parent. So we get a common parent. So now once we get the common parent, then we return that as the answer. So we return 1 as the common ancestor of 5 and 6, right? So if you'll see, we have u is equal to 5, v is equal to 6. So we get parent of 5 and parent of 6. So both have different parents. So we move both in the up direction. So now after moving, u becomes 2, v becomes 3, right? Now after checking both both these are the direct children of the lowest common ancestor. So we return the answer, right? So if you see the complete flow, so for each query u comma v, the first thing that we need to do is we need to find the lowest common ancestor of u and v, right? Using binary lifting. And then we find the distance of the number of edges between the nodes u and v. So the number of edges k is equal to depth of u plus depth of v minus 2 into depth of the lowest common ancestor. So this will give the number of edges between u and v. And now if the number of edges is equal to 0, then our answer is equal to 0. That means the same node. But otherwise the answer, the number of possibilities is 2 की power k minus 1 mod 10 की power 9 plus 7 should be our answer, right? And to find this 2 की power k minus 1, we'll be using binary exponentiation, right? So if we'll see the complexity, so first thing that we need to do is we need to make the up table. So to make the up table, our time complexity is n log n, right? So once we make the up table, then using the up table, we'll compute the lowest common ancestor for a query. So that will take log of n time. And then distance calculation is basically an arithmetic operation. So it will take big of 1 time. And the power calculation, that is 2 ki power k minus 1. It also takes log of n time, right? So suppose if you have to calculate 2 ki power 15, that means suppose initially we calculate 2 ka square, that is 4. Now using 2 ka square we calculate 2 ki power 4, that is 16. Then using 2 ki power 4 we calculate 2 ki power 8, that is 256. Now if we see 15, we have to calculate 2 ki power 15. So 15 is equal to 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, right? So if you have to calculate 2 ki power 15, that means we have to do 2 ki power 8 into 2 ki power 4 into 2 ka square into 2, right? And already we have computed these values. So now, so we see, if we have to calculate 2 ki power k minus 1, that means we are dividing it into powers of 2, that's why it will take big of log n time, right? So for each query, first what we need to do is we need to compute the lowest common ancestor, and then we find the distance calculation in big of 1 time. So for each query, the overall time complexity is big of log n. So total we have q queries, so the time complexity for all the queries is q log n. And initially we build the table that will take n log n time, so the total time complexity is n log n plus q log n, right? This is the total time complexity. So let's move to the code part. So in the code we have taken two variables, modulo variable and log variable. So this will store the number of levels, or the number of levels that we have in the up table, right? And this function mod power, basically it is used to calculate a ki power b using binary exponentiation. So this will be helpful to find 2 ki power k minus 1 in log n time, right? So then we have this dfs function. So what this dfs function does is it will find the depth of the node. Also it will help us to make the up table, right? So whenever we get a node, then we make the zeroth parent. So 2 ki power 0 is 1, so immediate parent. So up node of 0 is the immediate parent, right? And then so up, and then we have discussed up node of j is equal to up node of j minus 1 and j minus 1, this formula. Then so using this we get the all the all the ancestors in power of 2, and then what we do is then we take the neighbors of the current node, and if neighbor is equal to parent, then we skip it. Else we mark the depth of the neighbor and then call the dfs function for that neighbor, right? So this way, from this function we get all the depths and the up table, up 2D array node table. And then this function is to find the lowest common ancestor, right? So first what it does is it take the difference between the depths of the two nodes, and then what it does is then we bring both the nodes to the same depth using binary lifting that we have already discussed, right? So once we bring both the nodes at the same depth, then we check do they are equal. So if both the nodes are equal, then we return one node. And if still they are below the lowest common ancestor, then we check whether both have the same parent or not. If their parent is not same, then we again uplift them, right? And after uplifting also, we keep uplifting them until we do not get the same parent. And once we get the same parent, then we return that parent, right? That is the common ancestor. So now this is our main function. So in the main function we have taken n, which is the number of edges that we have, and then we have calculated the total number of what we call values or levels in a function, that is using log, right? And then we have this adjacency list. Now using this adjacency list, and then we have taken a vector depth and a 2D array up, and then we have called the DFS function. So this DFS function will tell us the depth and the up table that we use for binary lifting, and then we process all the queries. So when we get a query u comma v, so first thing that we do is that we find the lowest common ancestor of u and v, and then we find the number of edges or distance between those two nodes, which is depth of u plus depth of v minus 2 times 2 into depth of the common ancestor. And now if distance is equal to 0, then our answer is 0, else our answer is 2 की power distance minus 1. 2 की power distance minus 1. So use mode power function to calculate the distance and then push that value in our answer, and at the end we return our answer. So I hope I'm able to explain you the solution properly. So if you like the video, please make sure to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.